Thank you. Good evening. We're having two people applying for petitions tonight. The first one will be petition number 875, Mr. Shabs of Martin Drive. And tonight, the members on board here will be on my left. Will be Mrs. Allison Johnson, Associate Member. On my right will be Roy Latimer. He's Clerk of the Board. My name is Newton. I'm Chairman of the Board. The proceedings are being transcribed to provide full and accurate minutes and full participation of the members. The hearing come to order at the 7 o'clock on the 8th day of August, 2012, Municipal Building, Town of Raynham. All those who intend to give testimony in this matter, if you have anything to say at all, please rise and raise your right hands. Are you Mr. Shaws?
Yes.
You solemnly swear that you will give the testimony you're about to give this board should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You can forward and state reasons for granting the petition.
We were looking for...
Excuse me for a moment. Will you give the...
Public meeting notice. The Raynham Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, August 8th, 2012, 7 p.m. at the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, 558 South Main Street, to consider petition number 875, Dennis F. Shabs, Raynham, Mass., request for a variance from the side setback requirement of Raynham zoning bylaws. Section 5.1, minimum requirements to build two-car garage on the west side of the property, setback of 15.8 feet to 17 feet, provided 20-foot required at 37 Martin Drive, Raynham, Assessors Map 3, Lot 133. Anyone wishing to be heard on the matter should attend the hearing. A copy of the plan and application may be viewed at the Raynham Town Clerk's office during scheduled business hours. It was published in the Taunton Daily Gazette on July 24th and July 31st, 2012.
Signed by...
And it was signed by...
I think it's Mother Valley. Other page. Nope,
Yeah,
Lewis.
William Lewis, is attested by William Lewis.
Thank you very much, sir. And you received your copy of the bill?
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
thank you.
Glad to see these. Every department you do.
Yes, although, let's see, you've been sworn in, Mr. So would you come forward and state your reasons for granting the petition?
We're looking for, an extra 4 foot, 4 inches, I believe, so we can go with a 26 wide garage. Because we'd like to put two 10-foot wide garage doors versus the 9-foot doors. And then, I was going to put workbenches along one side, so when you open the car doors, the 26 is like a really much better versus the 24.
Mm-hmm. Is that all you have to say for yourself?
Well, yeah, that's really the reason to try to get the 26 wide. And we're going to also set it back from the front of the house, to give it more of a nice look,
Mr. Latimer, have any questions of him?
Yes, I'm looking at the plan you presented. Biggest question I have is why aren't you putting the garage where it was intended to be, is on the other side where you have the slab for the garage currently?
Yeah, that side, we have less room than the left, and I have a boat, and if we put the garage there, I can't get the boat like into the backyard, in and out, because the garage will block it, and we also have the town sewer running along there also. The sewer tie-in.
How does that affect your garage? You're coming up that way with the sewer into your house?
Yeah, it
in the
goes-
driveway?
Yeah, it goes along the side of the driveway and then hooks around the back.
Now, the other thing I noticed, I mean, the house was designed for the driveway, the garage to be where the current slab is.
Yeah,
Now, are you gonna put a driveway to this?
yes.
You didn't show it.
Yeah, he didn't draw it in there, but it will be, the same, right from the garage door straight
So you're
out.
gonna have two driveways on this lot.
Yes,
And the other thing is, I notice on the west side where you're proposing this garage, there are a lot of nice trees. I'm not sure those trees are yours or your neighbor's.
there ours.
And there's a very nice tree out front, which you're gonna be taking all
Yeah.
that out.
There's an umbrella tree. I mean, it was starting to die anyways, and then it's some kind of spruce tree. It was dying, but I trimmed up like 6 feet from the bottom. But we're going to replace trees in the front, because 3 years ago I took down another tree that was dying. But when that driveway goes in, we're going to replace a couple trees in the front. We're going to get some pretty decent trees. Probably not an umbrella tree again, because they grow so big and the root system takes over a lot of area. But we are going to look at a really nice landscaping job.
My concern is that the garage really belongs on the other side, and you're asking for 5 feet, and to me, this kind of, I don't think it's not a case that the site makes this requirement, and I think it reduces the value of your neighbor's land by you sticking this garage in two driveways where it's really not necessary. You certainly could put the garage where it was intended to on the concrete slab.
Yeah, if we had the sewer going around the other, because we were going to go 36 back, even with the 3-season porch, because we also got a 3-season porch going up on that side, the back side.
The slab's already there.
For the 3-season porch?
No, for the 3-season porch, yes, okay, I see that there, but that certainly wouldn't be affecting the garage at all.
The slab for the garage is just that's just a 10-inch concrete pour. We'd have to tear all that up.
10 inches?
Yeah, it's like 10, me and my father did it a long time ago.
10 inches thick?
Yeah, it's probably 10 inches thick, 8
You don't
inches
need to
thick,
tear that up.
because then we still got to get the footing in for the,
Yeah, okay, that's all I have to say at this point.
Mr. Latimer is an architect. Allison Johnson, Mrs. Allison Johnson, do you have any questions?
No, I had the same questions actually with why you chose it, but I did notice that you had more space on the other side.
Yeah, we have, and we'll be actually matching. George Blaney moved out a few years ago, and he did the same thing. He has 2 driveways, and he did it because he had less work on the house, and he's got the one garage door with a big, he did the big master bedroom on top, but we just want, just the garage and a couple doors, and then we were gonna, put a door in going right into our laundry room downstairs, and then we won't have the chimney in the way and everything in the garage. It'll just work out a lot better for us.
You have 15.8 as your distance from the side, from the proposed garage to the lot line.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how far it is from the neighbor's house to your lot line?
I didn't measure it, but I'm gonna guess anywhere from 39 feet to 41 feet.
39
you
to
know-
41.
You know what? It might not be that. It might be 37 to 40, because the last house on the block is a little narrower in the front because it's a radius on the block. So I don't think he had 125 feet frontage. I think it was marked at the radius turn.
Knowing that would make our deliberations a little easier.
Yeah, I talked, my neighbor's Dave Hiltz, and I showed him the actual drawing and everything, and they thought it was great. They didn't mind it going in.
Well, but Dave might be in Phoenix next year, so that doesn't count.
Right. I mean, I can definitely, physically measure it from the corner of my house straight out to the corner of his.
Yeah, well, the person that did this should have been doing that. Was it Bruce Pilling?
Yeah, Bruce Spelling.
He might have done that to make our job easier. But I'm going to, before we go any further, I'm going to ask my people here whether they want you to go back and get the full drawing from Bruce Pilling. And
Okay.
you come back another time. How do you feel about that?
I agree, and I'd also like to see the dimensions of this existing concrete slab. I see where you've got 38 to the property line, 39.1. I'd like to know what that dimension is.
I believe the slab.
I don't want, I believe, it really should have, they should have noted that on this drawing, not you, but your engineer should have noted where that slab was.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I'm
Mr.
fine with
Johnson?
that.
So I'm going to discontinue the hearing at this point and continue it at another point in time when you come back with the full drawing by Mr. Pilling.
Okay. Showing that
You know,
house.
And then we're not certain that you're going to get it at that point either. But it'll be a good step in your direction to have that before us.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you. And we're going to tell you what time and when it's going to be.
Allison, is there a calendar over there for stuff you can sign? On those,
Over here?
on the desk, yeah. The board has to set a
We'll just
new
hand it
date.
to her.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
We're free, whatever works.
Oh,
For board members.
that's really loaded.
It's not ours, but
What do you want a date and time, don't you? What date do you want to,
2 weeks.
what else do you have coming up soon?
I don't have anything scheduled right now.
All right, give us a date then.
Well, what works for everybody, 2 Wednesdays from
We'll
now, 2 weeks?
give Pilling enough time to draw up the proper forms.
I'm on vacation in 2 weeks, I mean, somebody else can come. I'm on
No,
vacation.
you've heard it, you started it.
Okay.
Okay. That leaves either 1 or 3.
Probably
That-
3.
I'm-
3,
So that it can get
we'll go
me.
3 weeks out.
When are you going to be away?
I'm away the week of the 19th.
19th? So how about making it the 30th?
Okay.
30th of August,
That's fine,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Okay.
We'll continue it to that point in time.
Now, my dad, you should take a look at putting it on the other side, even if you have to have a variance. I mean, if you're looking for something there, the 2 feet, it bothers me, what you're presenting here a little bit right now. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
The next petition to come before the board this evening will be number 876, Mr. Russell on Warren Street West.
You sign that one.
And again, the
Good luck on that one.
members of the
Good luck.
board participating will be once more Roy Latimer, clerk of the board, Mrs. Allison Johnson, associate member. My name is Newton, I'm chairman of the board. Again, the Proceedings will be transcribed to provide full and accurate minutes of the members present. Will the hearing come to order at 7:15 on this 8th day of August, 2012, Municipal Building, Town of Raynham. Will the clerk read the petition and other relevant matters, please?
Public meeting notice. The Raynham Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, August 8th, 2012, 7 p.m. at the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, 558 South Main Street, to consider petition number 876, Richard L. Russell, Raynham, Mass., request for a special permit pursuant to Raynham zoning bylaws, Section 7.4, to allow an in-law apartment in the lower level of the house located at Locust Property, 95 Warren Street West, Raynham. Assessors map 14, lot 154. Anyone wishing to be heard on this matter should attend the hearing. A copy of the plan and application may be viewed in full at the Raynham Town Clerk's office during scheduled business hours. It was published in the Taunton Daily Gazette on July 24th and July 31st, and it was attested by Mike Lally.
Thank you very much, sir. All those who intend to give testimony, please rise.
Just the same one.
Any of you out there who are going to stand and give us testimony, you must raise your right hand, too. You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give this board shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Will the petitioner please come forward and state reasons for granting the petition?
As the board said, it's a one-bedroom in-law in the lower level of an existing raised ranch.
Oh, could you give your name, please?
Yep, Richard Russell.
I shouldn't, I just was getting that for her.
Oh,
You can continue,
I'm sorry. It's a petition to put in a one-bedroom in-law apartment in the basement of an existing raised ranch.
Is there anything else you have to say?
That's it.
All right. You provided all the information necessary, I see.
Yes.
Mr. Latimer, do you have any questions for the applicant?
A couple, but first of all, a preface on my remarks, I do not, from what I can figure out on this, I certainly would agree that we should give you the thing. However, I think what you presented is atrocious. I can't even read the plan. In other words, the plans that you've given, it's something you could put, I don't even know what house this is that you've presented on the first floor. I went out in your property, it's kept up very well. I assume, there's no title or anything on this, I assume it's your house.
Yes, correct.
But,
Can I see what you have there?
yes, oh, yeah. I have nothing, there's nothing spilled in, so it could be any ranch anyway.
Yeah, this is exactly what I have too, which leads me to believe that that's what was originally turned in when the house was built. I just bought the house, and I was surprised as well.
Okay.
That's the existing.
I don't know many building inspectors would accept this,
I was
however.
shocked myself.
Okay,
I just,
all right.
I don't understand how it got through with those type
I
of
at
plans.
first was wondering what you were doing here, and then I went out by and took a look at your house.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I think he's proposing this in the garage,
No, it's,
the
when did,
existing garage.
no.
Where are you,
Incorrect. It's the other side of the garage. It's a typical raised
Wait a
ranch.
minute. Okay,
Can I point it out to you?
yeah,
Hand drawing is where you.
okay, wait a minute. Okay, this is the front of your house, right here, right? where the stairs go,
Correct.
okay.
This is the two-car garage.
Yeah,
And below this is where the in-law is proposed. You walk through the garage here. This is a door. and
Okay.
This is the hallway.
all right,
And then you can walk straight through here.
all right.
Which is,
Initially, I thought, because there's no, and which is, you're not responsible for it, when you're applying for an in-law, I thought at first this was your whole in-law apartment. And I said, no, that will never fly. So then, you do have a rough drawing.
Correct.
On a, and I see what your intent is. I'm not,
Yep.
where is it? I don't know whether, if the building inspector accepted this, then he may accept.
Well, I can
This
tell you
other thing.
that my parents were here, and they did a lot of running around, talking to everybody. And, you know, again, they did a lot of the legwork, including the sketch, which, you know, will get a little more detailed, obviously, for the building permit. But it's, you know, in the existing space, one bedroom, one bath, laundry, small kitchen, and a living area.
I could see that's what the intent is from here, but
Yep.
it's back, you know, it's upside down. But I see, I don't see a bedroom there, but then I see something that looks like maybe a bed and a sofa, but I don't see any walls or anything in between. Is there one?
Yeah, there's gonna be a wall.
Yeah, it looks like there's one, it's just hot, it's very hard.
Okay, my drawing doesn't show any, okay.
yeah, it's the same drawing. There'll be a wall here.
Okay,
Here's a door into the bedroom. This is the back of the house, the garage is here. There's a slider here, there's a door here. This will all be open, and this will be the bedroom.
okay,
The bath.
all right. Okay, I would like to see, depending on what, if approval is given on this, I'd like to see a drawing presented at least to the building inspector with some notes on it
Oh,
indicating
absolutely.
where it is.
Yep.
And if you got a piece of graph paper and at least could do this so it's legible.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the copy, and I don't know where the original is. This is my mother's work.
Okay, no, I could see the intent. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that.
Okay.
And, huh?
Do you want the original?
It's not gonna, there's too much missing out. But I certainly, you know, you keep your property up very well. There's no problem with us other than, I think the documents which we're gonna use for record leave something to be desired.
I agree,
Okay.
with what happened 5 years ago, too.
Yeah, I agree, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'm through.
Mr. Latimer, you want him to come back on the
I-
end of August with
I-
this other fellow here and present a proper drawing?
I mean, I think the intent is shown here, he's not coming out of the house. I would be willing to vote in favor of this with the stipulation that he will bring to Maureen documents that are acceptable to the building inspector to get a permit. I mean, he's,
You know what they say about intention?
yes, I know, I agree. If, I would I certainly would prefer drawings that were, if they're for the record, to be legible. And I don't feel this is legible. The intent is there, but they're not legible.
I would feel that if he came back with the proper drawings.
Okay. I would go along with that.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Proper drawings before we grant it.
Well, plus it seems as though there might be somebody else.
So we're having another hearing on the end of August, what is it, the 31st,
30th.
30th? Your vacation. The 30th of August. So if you would come back with the proper drawings, who was it, by Arthur
Boyden, is it?
Borden Associates? It's right in front of you there.
Oh, yeah, it is Boyden, yeah, I tell you.
What is the drawings you want is for what I'm gonna do in the basement, or are you talking about the whole property in general?
Just the basement. You've got, in other words, I would title this so that, with your name, the address and whatnot, so it goes, I mean, this could have been, if I found this on on a table someplace. I have no idea where this was at all. And it's tied, it is part of the drawing which you've done here. And I would title, I would, that's the drawing that really needs to be done over. And I think you could actually probably make a print of this and draw it somewhat to scale what you're proposing on this, because you're staying within the four walls of your house. We're not trying to give you a tough time, but it's like you said, you're surprised that what you saw here for the original, and we're just making it worse by allowing you to do something that's as bad as this, as far as record keeping goes.
And once your papers are in order, you appear to be in good shape otherwise.
So it's simply this, you just want this more legible.
And not only that, put the name, the name on it and stuff like that, so that it's part of this. Or, I'd note these at page 1, page 2, and page 3.
See, I don't even know if I have what you have there. I mean, we did have the certified plot plans, I believe.
You could just make another, you've got a copy of this, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, just make a copy of that, but you just put some titles to that sheet. I
Okay.
think what this was a generic raised ranch, and maybe they were just building a load of them someplace, I don't know, but this
Yeah.
doesn't define anything.
Okay.
Are you okay with the site plan
Hmm?
though? Are you okay with the site plan?
Yeah, he's not even leaving.
Accept motions
Wanna
to
make sure.
continue
Yeah.
this to August 30th, 2012, at the Municipal Building, Town of Raynham.
We might note the site plan that you presented, as far as I'm concerned, is acceptable, because you're not,
And someone's going to make a motion to that.
I'd make a motion that the site plan that he's presented is acceptable, because that is, he's staying within the boundaries of the house.
And he's coming in with a new site plan?
No, doesn't need to touch the site plan, nothing's changing on the
All right,
site.
What he needs is,
The drawing showing what the apartment, the in-law apartment is going to be.
all right, and that's what we need?
Yes.
On the 30th of August?
Yes,
And you're making a move to that extent?
yes,
Thank you.
So just the floor plan, that's,
yeah.
You're
yeah.
going to second it? I'll endorse that, it's unanimous. So we'll see you then on the end of August, it's August 30th, with the corrected or improved plan. Thank you for coming.
thank you.
Sorry we ran into such trouble.
I don't know who accepted the original on this whenever it was done, but I don't know of a building inspector that I've dealt with would ever accept that as a,
I guess it was 5 years ago, right?
we had a pretty good building inspector then, so I don't know.
Move to adjourn.
Bob, excuse me, did we want to hear from the other woman that wanted to speak?
Would you like to,
Well,
oh, I think she,
if you have something to say, please,
Yeah, won't take long.
so you won't have to come back.
By the way, welcome to our neighborhood. We're abutters to, and we didn't know if he was going to build something. And we know that it's all wetland behind us, and that was our concern. Obviously, he's not going to build something.
name, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Claire Cody. I live at 75 Warren Street West, and my property abuts his property. And I didn't know if he was going to build something, because that was wetland, and that's why I'm here. Obviously, he's not. He's just going to go underneath. And all that property in the back, I heard people working down there, and I said, oh, tell me they're going to build something on wetland. But obviously, you're not. You're not going to build anything.
No, direct.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Newton.
That's why we came. We came to see what his intent was.
Fine, that's what you needed to know, and you found out.
Yes,
You're happy with that?
yes, I am.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Move to adjourn until August 30th, 2012, 7 o'clock. Municipal Building, Town of Raynham. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah.